Bangor. From the Great North Woods to the Rock Mountain Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Mainers brace for a very strong storm that could interfere with holiday travel plans.
Plus, a deal is reached in Baileyville that will keep the workers on the job and off the picket line.
And we'll also hear about a big purchase of land in the Katahdin region that will keep the area open to the public for years to come.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for joining us today. The big story today everyone's talking about is the powerful storm that's arriving in Maine as we speak right now. It was pretty quiet when we arrived for work this morning, but it's already the wind starting to pick up, a little bit of rain out there.
Yep.
And it's supposed to increase as the day rolls along.
Absolutely. The powerful winter storm is moving its way into Maine today. It's expected to bring an icy mix into the state this morning before it turns to heavy rain and very strong winds later in the day. Governor Mills and the Maine Emergency Management Agency have been urging people to get prepared. This is a look at the live camera along the Rockland breakwater. That's from the lighthouse looking towards land. And it seems like, we've been eyeing this for the past hour. Those waves have gotten worse as the hour has gone on. Yep, so not a day to walk along the breakwater, that's for sure. Go ahead.
All right. Some areas of the coast can expect wind gusts over 70 miles per hour, while inland areas could also receive very strong winds and flooding. There's a big concern about widespread power outages as we head into the holiday weekend. And authorities say with strong winds in the forecast, Maine people should remove objects in their yard that could become airborne, things like holiday decorations, shovels, and garbage cans on porches. Utility crews also have additional workers on standby to respond to any downed trees or power lines. Many schools have also closed for the day. In Bangor, officials are also closing Kenduskeag Plaza to parking because of the potential for flooding later in the day. Temperatures are also expected to drop significantly tonight, which could create some very icy driving conditions tomorrow. The timing for this storm could not be worse. It's expected to be one of the worst travel times for a holiday in many, many years.
I looked at the National Weather Service radar, and it appears like southern Penobscot County and coastal areas won't receive a buildup of ice.
Yeah, it looks like mostly rain right around here, although just west from us, if you look at the radar, and Devin will show us in a moment, it looks like they're getting an icy mix this morning.
Right. So, Millinocket could be really at a differing point, though. It could be a lot different between Bangor and Millinocket.
Yeah, just be careful out there.
Absolutely.
Here's Devin. He's standing by. He's been following the storm, and he has the latest on what to expect.
Thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Friday. Look at this. A lot going on here this morning. We have high wind warnings up until 4 a.m. on Saturday. A wind advisory here for this area here until about 2 a.m. on Saturday. So basically between now and tomorrow morning, we'll be dealing with some strong gusty winds that can reach up to 55, even 60 miles per hour at times. So moving forward, though, we have plenty of alerts in effect. This is an aerial flood watch in effect in this shade right here. That right there, not dark green or coastal flood warnings because of the southerly southeast wind that could gust very strong and cause some of that water to get on shore. And a storm warning up until 4 a.m. Saturday for this area right about in here because of high surf. This is higher than a gale warning that is also up. And on top of that, further off toward the north, we also have a winter weather advisory that's in effect for some snow that will be expected and maybe some slippery roads from time to time. And that is also up until about 11 a.m. as we head towards your Friday, so later on this morning. So meanwhile, though, all this is starting to move in, a little bit of snow and a little bit of other precipitation tracking in from the south to the north. We'll see a lot of this change over to rain as temperatures start to climb. So any wintry mix we see this morning will switch over to all rain with some decent accumulations expected throughout the day as this big system right here continues to track off towards the north and east. So on top of the precipitation, we'll be watching for some strong gusty winds and damaging winds for that matter beginning to move in. Here's the wind. It'll be out of the east at times and switching directions. Sustained winds up to 30 miles per hour at times. Gusts up to 50 to 60 miles per hour will be possible. The winds will start to back off slowly as we head towards the afternoon period for your Saturday. The futurecast moving forward, heavy downpours possible today and also in the parts of tonight. Switching over to a little bit of snow as the cold front moves through, but most of the precipitation will be done as we head towards Saturday morning. Your forecast for today, lower 50s. That will feel nice, but it'll be a wintry mix changing to rain with damaging winds possible and an east wind getting up to 55 miles per hour at times. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, plenty of rain, temperatures rising into the 50s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
Thanks, Devin. Because of the major winter storm that's expected, Governor Janet Mills has closed all state offices today. The governor said, quote, "We want to be sure that Maine people are safe heading into the holiday weekend. I continue to strongly urge folks to prepare for the storm, to take precautions, especially when traveling, and to check in on your family, friends, and neighbors."
Well, as many begin the rush to their destinations in the following days, incoming weather could cause some flight delays and cancellations. It's actually already causing that elsewhere. Our Matthew Juronsik gives us advice on how to navigate through the busy holiday rush.
With Christmas just days away, those who are traveling are doing what they can to avoid the holiday rush.
We came like 3 hours earlier just to make sure that we are not caught up in traffic, there's no congestion, and everything is good.
Even with the harsh conditions forecasted for this weekend, travelers are still rolling the dice to reach their destinations.
AAA is forecasting that about 113 million Americans are going to be traveling 50 miles or more over the next 11 days.
Moody says the current stretch between Thanksgiving and New Year's this year is the third highest volume of travel since AAA began recording this information in 2000.
We're back to pre-pandemic travel levels, and we've known that this travel demand is pent up. So folks are wanting to get out there and travel.
And while there are many passengers that are concerned about the weather, others like Carly Merritt are looking forward to experiencing winter in Maine.
I was actually kind of really excited to go on it because I thought we would get to see the snow on the airplane, which we did get to see the snow, and it was super cool.
Bangor International Airport Director Tony Caruso has a few tips to make your trip less stressful.
Contact your airline now if you can, if you're concerned about your flights. And also download your airline's app. That's one of the best ways that the airline has to give you timely information, whether your flight's delayed or, canceled, and rebooking information there.
Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
A body was found in Bangor yesterday. According to Bangor police, authorities were called to 1129 Union Street at 11:15 to investigate a body in the field near the airport mall. Police found the deceased male in the field on the east side of the airport mall and positively identified him. They say the death does not appear suspicious and there is no danger to the public. At this time, the investigation is still ongoing and an autopsy will be conducted to determine the cause of death.
Charges have been upgraded for a Rumford man accused of killing his brother this week. 27-year-old Shay McKenna is now charged with manslaughter following the death of 23-year-old Drew McKenna. The siblings got into some sort of a confrontation Monday at a home on Route 2. Drew McKenna was shot during that fight, and he passed away the following day. Shay McKenna is now being held at the Oxford County Jail and is expected to appear in court pretty quickly here. Police also continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding that deadly shooting.
A man accused of robbing a Bangor bank this week is expected to make his first court appearance today. Turns out this isn't the first time 32-year-old Donovan Steen has been charged with bank robbery. The Bangor Daily reports that he was convicted 12 years ago of holding up the Penobscot County Federal Credit Union. On Tuesday, police say he robbed the Broadway branch of Bangor Savings Bank, only to be captured the following morning near Dysarts in Herman. Police haven't released any details about what happened inside the bank, including how much money was stolen. Steen will appear before a judge in Bangor today to determine if bail will be set in the case.
The Maine CDC is reporting the first flu-related child death of the 2022-23 season here in Maine. They say the flu continues to spread at elevated levels all across the state. The CDC says you should contact your medical provider immediately if you or your child experience difficulty of breathing, bluish lips or face, or chest pain. You should also seek medical attention if there is no urination in 8 hours or no tears when crying, if the person isn't alert or is having seizures, or if they have a fever above 104 degrees, or a fever or cough that improves and then returns. Those are also reason to seek medical care quickly.
A strike at the Woodland Pulp Mill in Baileyville has been averted. According to United Steelworkers representative Mike Higgins, the organization overwhelmingly accepted the company's last proposal after voting for the past 2 days. The contract will last 3 years, dated back to August 31st of this year, and will include a 4% increase for the first year and a 3% increase for the second and third years. It will also maintain existing health care benefits and retirement benefits for the entirety of the new contract. Even Even though the two sides were able to agree on a contract, USW Local 27 Representative Mike Higgins says there's still more work to be done.
We were looking for the company to step up and do a cost of living increase on top of the general wage increase. The company was not receptive to that. And in the end, we did not attain a cost of living raise. We're a little disappointed in that, but I'm very proud of my negotiating committee recognizing where we were at this point.
The 3-year contract is set to expire in July of 2024. Well, the time is now 8:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a nonprofit purchases a large tract of land in the Katahdin region, keeping it open to recreation for generations to come.
But first, another check of our forecast. A very stormy day ahead today. We can expect strong winds and heavy rains. The temperatures will eventually reach around 51 degrees. Tonight, it will get a lot colder. Temperatures dipping down to around 15, with the storm finally coming into an end. Tomorrow, a much better day, partly cloudy skies, with highs near 23 degrees.
Why are 93% of Sleep Number sleepers satisfied with their bed? Maybe it's because you can adjust your comfort and firmness on either side of your Sleep Number setting to help relieve pressure points and keep you both comfortable all night. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is only $899. Save $200, only for a limited time.
We all need fiber for our digestive health, but less than 10% of us get enough each day. Good thing Metamucil gummies are an easy way to get prebiotic plant-based fiber with the same amount of fiber as 2 cups of broccoli. Metamucil gummies, the easy way to get your daily fiber.
When cold symptoms keep you up, try Vicks NyQuil Severe. Just 1 dose starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to 9. For max strength nighttime relief, NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, sore throat, best sleep with a cold medicine.
Come visit Candor Cafe inside the Bangor Mall, where your fresh and healthy meals are made for you by a certified nutritionist. We also offer plant-based and gluten-free options. Stop by and see us today. Candor Cafe inside the Bangor Mall.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Stanley's Auto Center family. We are here for your tires, repairs, and winter essentials. Happy holidays from Morin Fuel, now hiring drivers for this holiday season. Merry Christmas from A Body in Need Spa and Wellness Center on State Street in Bangor. Friday nights are about to get wild for basketball fans. Friday Night Fast Break is your source for everything that is Maine high school basketball. Highlights and local analysis. It's the only show that hits every corner of Maine's hardwood hoop landscape. High school, college, and professional. Join us Friday night during basketball season for Friday Night Fast Break on Fox 22 News at 10. Brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations. Owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
The Office of the State Treasurer has something that could make someone's holiday a little bit brighter. They are currently holding more than $304 million worth of unclaimed property. Unclaimed property consists of money and other financial assets that are considered lost or abandoned when an owner cannot be located after a period of inactivity. Other things such as uncashed checks, life insurance policies, unpaid wages, refunds, and safe deposit box contents are also unclaimed property.